Hi, friends. From one single mom to another, friendships, relationships, time with our kids, and work interactions are part of everyone's day-to-day life. Humans are messy beings, which means that our interactions and relationships can likewise be messy. Maybe messy is a nice word. Maybe you are frequently hurt because your friends expect you to always take care of things, or you're angry because your coworker is often rude. Maybe someone is blaming you for things that aren't yours to own. Do you have someone in your life that leaves you guessing what type of mood you're going to get each time you see them? Do you find yourself wrapped up in long debates with your kids? Are you angry, hurt, or withdrawn? I want to share some foundational things I began learning about 10 years ago, and I still practice today to keep my spiritual life, my mind, and my emotions in a healthy place. Today, we're going to talk a little about protecting the resources God has given you by walking in grace and truth, just as Jesus did. Grace is unearned, freely given favor. It's an all-encompassing gift of love, mercy, compassion, forgiveness, life, and salvation. Truth is fact, that which is consistent with the mind, will, character, glory, and being of God. I start with grace because in our relationships, we typically want to see the best in others, giving them the benefit of the doubt, and keep the peace. We usually want things to run smoothly, and for everyone in our lives, including ourselves, to feel generally happy, loved, accepted, and like we belong. If you are a Christian, you may feel compelled or commanded to love and forgive everyone, even if it's detrimental to you. That's not healthy, and it's not in line with Scripture. This is where we move into truth. While it's true that it's imperative to forgive, that doesn't always mean you have to reconcile. While you're commanded to love others, you're also commanded to love yourself. Boundaries stem from an understanding of who we are and a refusal to be defined as anything less. In the Bible, boundaries are set with the intent to draw others in and build healthy relationships, not tear them down or punish. Godly boundaries lovingly offer choice to others rather than attempting to control or manipulate. God's examples of healthy boundaries clearly communicate their expectations and the reasons behind them. Biblical principles of boundaries show clearly defined consequences for a violation of their borders. Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 22:24 says, make no friendship with a man given to anger, nor go with a wrathful man, lest you learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare. This is why boundaries are one of my favorite topics to discuss and teach. Boundaries aren't just a good idea, they're God's idea. They're like fences that keep out what you don't want while protecting what you value inside. Boundaries are invisible lines that help protect your well-being by defining what you're willing to share with others and what behaviors you find acceptable and unacceptable. Compassionate people recognize the human need for grace and the simultaneous existence of truth. They ask for what they need. They say no when they need to, and when they say yes, they mean it. They do not say yes when they really wish they'd said no. Giving in and tolerating mistreatment breeds resentment. Emotionally healthy people are compassionate because their boundaries keep them out of resentment. Coincidentally, these people are happier people. But above all, my brothers, do not swear either by heaven or earth or by any other oath, but let your yes be yes and your no be no. James 5:12. Sounds easy enough, but in the real world of life, it can be difficult. Why? Because with all of life's ebbs and flows, we can lose the truth of who God says we are to what the world would have us believe, especially if there are emotionally unhealthy people in your day-to-day life, which is likely. Sometimes our dynamics with those people can slowly erode our self-worth and make us question our identity. Here are some things to ask yourself. It may hurt when I say no, but am I harming them? Did God ask me to do this? Is God trying to grow the other person? Are they manipulating me? Am I robbing someone else of an opportunity? Am I able to love them when they're making me so angry? Who does God say you are? Friends, God says you are loved, you are chosen, you are His princess, His daughter. He is for you, and you are never alone. Maybe some people, situations, or discussions are coming to mind. Take a deep breath, pray for wisdom and courage, and take some practical steps towards bettering your relationships. Here are some simple steps for starting small. You can reflect on your emotions and needs. Bring your personal needs to people you trust and respect. Acknowledge your limits by accepting what you can and can't do. Adjust your expectations for yourself and others. Give grace to both. Speak in truth and in love as you express your boundaries. Remember that you aren't trying to control others or manipulate. You're defining what is yours and what is not. Boundaries are a reflection of the grace and truth we are called to walk in. As you step into this journey, remember that protecting your heart, your time, and your energy is not just healthy, it's honoring the life and purpose God has given you.